Hello everyone, got these on the Labor Day sale, one of two. These are the Frank's Rainiers on the 55 last. We got our Frank's literature. These are the Kilties. Now, here's the rough outside. So this is called Horween Golf Green. There is a review with this particular kind of leather. It's the tannage is Dublin, Horween Dublin Golf Green. Dale from Dale's Leatherworks has one of Mike Smith's pairs of Frank's Wilshires in review on video, and those are also golf green if you want to see even more golf green in video. So here's the rough outside. It's a very light green, right? It looks like almost like the green that you would see, you know, on a golf course when you're teeing off or something. But the other side, look how much darker it is. I love that. That's all the pull up in there. See that? Did you see that? I mean, that's cool. So that's why the color of this is so nice. It will mark up rather easily, rather noticeably. I did the rounded casual style kilties instead of the toothed ones because, you know, this is a casual boot. Is my first delivered MTO, made to order boot, that I fully designed and customized. I mean, with the available options anyway. So here we go. And I knew when I first opened this box, looking at it through the boot bag or cloth or whatever, because it's sort of transparent, I could already tell how awesome these came out, how cool these look. So there's your Frank's logo. And later on I'll show them laced up and everything, but I just figured I'd give you the gist now. I mean, see, there's where you can see like how they scratch easily, but, and you know, there's a lot of texture in this kind of in Dublin, even though it's very soft. I mean, it feels a little bit like, it feels maybe just slightly rougher than Chrome Excel. I mean, the feel is not that far different from Chrome Excel. So, double row stitch. This is called the 2021 Vibram wedge sole. Beige, also written up as sand, the color. So you'll see some wrinkling here. And this stitch down just, I think, looks great for this. The natural sole looks good, midsole. It's actually a lineman shank going on through here. I think that's very appropriate. Here's the one touch I decided to put on it, and that's the blue threading. I think the blue threading is great. Brass hardware, eyes and hooks. I bought the rolled top. Funny enough, because you only get like black and white, or black and brown choices for the tongue material. So I picked brown because I want it all earth tones. You know, I like earth tones a lot, plus orange. And so usually they only do the tongue in the same color, or I mean the roll top in the same color as the tongue. One of those two options. So I picked brown, but they actually did the roll top in golf green as well, which is surprising because I think that means they had to like skive it and everything. So the sizing here, sorry, is an 8D. And the date here, 11/24. Now, which makes me wonder, I doubt this was the 11th week of 2024. That wouldn't really make sense. So, it being November, I guess maybe it means completion date. They would complete it in November of 2024. They had these little Both of them have these. This is considered a dress leather, and so that's why you see it is lined. They line all their dress leathers as standard. You don't have to pay extra for that, but all dress leathers are generally $100 upcharge too, so it's included. Yeah, I really think the blue stitching was a nice touch, just something a little different to do with it. The regular Rainier doesn't look like this. It's a plain toe. This is a laced toe, so I have an extra eyelet going on down here, so the laces extend, or the laces will basically extend further. So laced toe is an upcharge through Frank's. I don't think it is through whites. It may depend on what you're getting, but generally isn't, from what I've seen. I don't have any pull loops. I like pull loops in practicality, but in looks, I don't really like them. And with having eyes and hooks and a full gusset, I didn't necessarily need them, so I didn't bother. And it's an upcharge, so screw it. Two-piece counter system. My first pair of monkeys will be a one-piece, like the White's MPM1 that I did a video on. Let's look at the other one. I asked for leather laces. I think with casual boots like this, you actually do have to request that you get leather laces. I think. Pretty sure. And yeah, I mean, you could see where it was tightly lasted that it's lighter, but the parts where it wasn't stretched, it's darker, so it still has more of the oils underneath the pull-up. Look at that pull-up. I mean, it's so cool. It's such a neat thing. Definitely love these boots. I'm very happy with them. I don't have many wedge sole. I don't have any wedge sole boots, actually. P&W wise, I have a pair of Thorogoods. That's it. You know, and I love Stitchdown. I really do. It's definitely my favorite kind of stitching. 270 Stitchdown. I just always loved it. I like when there's actually a nice bit of meat here on the welt here. The stitching for the welt is pretty standard. Stitch per inch. Mess up just a tiny bit up in this corner. You can see it's got real close together for maybe a couple of stitches there, and then kind of straighten back out. Not something I'm that worried about. I could see the ocean. They're actually bigger than I expected. They're an 8D, like I've been saying. I'm a 9D Brannock, and yeah, it's just very surprising to me. They actually felt a little wider than I anticipated, because I have these Patriots that are the 55 last and an 8D, and these feel much more narrow. You know, it could be the lace to toe aspect. It could be because I haven't actually laced them yet, but you can kind of see it. It just looks like a wider boot. So I don't know what that's about. They still fit, and it's not the end of the world, but now I may have to try to adjust some of the other orders I made, because I actually went up in a different boot, a Wilshire, to an 8.5 to accommodate, because I made me think that Frank's ran narrow in their 55 last, but maybe it's just for the Patriot. I don't know. Now, if you can get much of a look down there, you can see that Frank's does a half sock liner. There's no branding on it, however. It looks like I lost some footage. Maybe accidentally deleted it. But let me just recap this boot. So some of the fitment of it, or not the balance per se, the pattern maybe it was a little twisted. You can see from the counter. And so the back part of one of the boots felt a little off. But after a couple days of wearing it, everything balanced out pretty well. And I didn't even notice that it felt a little off. You know, I think the wedge sole may impact some of that, like keeping it from being able to flex that much. This is the 2021 sole. It's got a lot more squish to it. The guy, a channel about boots, has a lot on this versus the Christie sole. The Christie sole's a little harder, a little more durable that way, I believe. It's pretty tall with this. This is a really tall height on this wedge. It's very squishy though. But yeah, now that I've had these for a good bit, so now we're in a couple weeks into January, and I got these in November. Everything's broken in very nicely on it. Put some blue leather laces in there to complement the blue stitching. The blue stitching gets a little lost. Like, it's a little more subtle than I expected. I guess something a little more high contrast would have popped more, but still, I still like it. You know, it's like very earth tony, tony. But yeah, speed hooks and the wide full gusset of this make not having a pull loop, that's no problem for me. I put this boot on very easily. So for a lace-to-toe, it's actually got a lot of toe on it that I was kind of surprised to see, but it's pretty neat. I like it a lot, and glad I got it. So Horween Dublin, really cool leather. Counter is super beefy on this too, on both of them. Really thick counter on this. And toe, with it being double vamped. I thought it was actually I thought they messed up for a minute and gave me a Celastic toe, but it's that hard because of, I mean, I ordered an unstructured toe. It's just that thick of leather and that tough, so. Alright, that's everything on the Rainier. Spelt Rainier, pronounced Rainier, from Frank's Boots. I'll see you.